Title 8, Crimes Against Person. In this title, we have two chapters. We have the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Chapter 1, Destruction of Life, in Articles 246 to 261. Chapter 2, Physical Injuries, in Article 262 to 266A. Today, we'll learn about what are the articles in Crimes Against Person and what articles consist Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. We have Article 246, Parasite. The elements of parasite are: number 1, person is killed. Number 2, deceased is killed by the accused. And number 3, deceased is killed in the accused A, legitimate or illegitimate father. B, legitimate or illegitimate mother. C, legitimate or illegitimate child. The child should not be less than 3 days old. Otherwise, the crime is infanticide. Now, letter D, other legitimate ascendant, for example, other legitimate descendant. F, legitimate spouse. The relationship. This is essential in element of this crime. Relationship of the offender with the victim, except for the spouses, only relatives by blood and indirect line. Hence, adopted children are not included. It must be alleged in the information, wife of victim cannot be convicted of parasite if charged only with murder. However, relationship must be considered aggravating even if not alleged. Spouse must be legitimate. Muslim husbands with several wives can be convicted of parasite only in case the first wife is killed. A stranger who cooperates and takes part in the commission of crime of parasite is not guilty of parasite, but only homicide or murder, as case may be. The law does not require knowledge of relationship between offender and the victim. Parasite shall not be punished by reclusion perpetua to death if the following cases are: reckless or simple imprudence by the Article 365, parasite by mistake in Article 49, and parasite under exceptional circumstance in under Article 247. Article 247, death or physical injuries under exceptional circumstances. What are the elements? Number 1, a legally married person or a parent surprises his spouse or his daughter, the latter under 18 years of age, and living with him in the act of sexual intercourse with another person. Number 2, he or she kills any both of them or inflicts upon any or both of them any serious physical injury in the act or immediate thereafter. And number 3, he has not promoted or facilitated the prostitution of his wife or daughter, or he or she has not consented to the infidelity of other spouse. Not a felony. This article does not define a felony. Rather, it serves as a defense of a person charged with parasite, homicide, or serious physical injuries. If all the requisites have been met, the defendant will be sentenced to destierro instead of severe penalty for the aforementioned crimes. If less serious or slight physical injury are inflicted, there is no criminal liability. Articles does not apply. If the surprising took place before any actual sexual intercourse could be done. Number 2, if the daughter is married. Although the article does not use the word unmarried, this article applies only when the daughter is single, because while under 18 and single, she is still under parental authority. If she is married, her husband alone can claim with the benefits of this article. Evidence of victim's promiscuity is inconsensual to the killing. The offender must prove that he actually surprised his wife in flagrante delicto and that he killed the man during or immediately thereafter.
Good day. I will going to report the Article 248, Article 249, 266 and 266A. Let's start to the Article 248, murder. Murder, any person who, not falling within the provisions of Article 246 or parricide, shall kill another, shall be guilty of murder, and shall be punished by reclusion perpetua to death. Or murder is the unlawful killing of any person which is not parricide or infanticide, provided that any of the following circumstances. When we say murder, it is unlawful killing of any person. There are circumstances. When we say qualifying circumstances, it is the circumstances that qualify the crime of murder. So let's discuss muna the elements of murder. Number 1, that a person was killed. Number 2, that the accused killed him. Number 3, that the killing was attended by any of the qualifying circumstances mentioned in Article 248. Number 4, that the killing is the parricide or infanticide. So let's go to the qualifying circumstances of murder. Okay, with treachery. Treachery means dili ka maka kunog balos ba, hindi ka kabantay, like kanang talikod ka, gipatay nimo nga talikod, patay nimo nga tulog, that is treachery. Taking advantage of superior strength, for example, babae gidalaan nimo kutsilyo, or bata gamay sa imuha, ikaw na kay superior strength sa iya, ang imuhang victim is inferior sa imuha, like ikaw dako kay ka, yang imuhang victim is gamay, nang walay kalaban-laban sa imuha, with the aid of armed men, sabotable naman na siya, or employing means to weaken the defense, or by means of person to ensure or afford impunity. Number 2, in consideration of price, reward or promise. Patayin nimong tao kitungod na reward, ay price. By means of inundation, fire, sunog, poison, lason, explosion, shipwreck, standing of a vessel, derailment or assault upon a railroad, fall of an airship, by means of motor vehicles, or with the use of any other means involving great waste and ruin. And 4, on occasion of any of the calamities enumerated in the preceding paragraph, or of an earthquake, eruption of a volcano, destructive cyclone, epidemic, or other public calamity. Patayin mong tao during sa mga sakuna. Number 5, with evident premeditation. Imuhang pagpatay is nakaplano, iplanuhan nimo. With cruelty, by deliberately and inhumanly augmenting the suffering of the victim, or outraging or scoffing at his person or corpse. Those are the qualifying circumstances of murder. Now let's go to Article 249, or homicide. Any person who, not falling within the provisions of Article 246, shall kill another without the attendance of any of the circumstances enumerated in the Article 248. Kato kung gi-enumerate kanina nga mga qualifying circumstances. Or homicide is the unlawful killing of any person which is neither parricide, murder, nor infanticide. It is the killing, it is a simple killing, unlike sa ang murder. Kaya katong murder man, lamang gusto siya mga qualifying circumstances nga mag-aggravate sa pagpatay. Kani siya, wala ni siya qualifying circumstances, just a simple killing. And without pud ni siya justifying circumstances. When you say justifying circumstances, is circumstances na magpawala sa criminal liability sa usa ka offender. And then elements, that the person was killed, that the accused killed him without any justifying circumstances, that the accused had the intention to kill, which is presumed, that the killing was not attended by any of the qualifying circumstances of murder or by that of parricide or infanticide. And let's go now to the Article 266, slight physical injuries and maltreatment. Okay, there are three kinds of slight physical injury. Number one is physical injuries, which incapacitated the offended party for labor from 1 to 9 days or required medical attendance during the same period. Number two, physical injuries, which did not prevent the offended party from engaging in his habitual work or which did not require medical attendance. Number three, ill treatment of another by deed without causing any injury. So that is the slight physical injuries. If ever na ang required medical attendance niya is 10 pataas, that is dili na slight, siguro less serious physical injury na siya. Pero 1 to 9 lang, that is slight physical injury. And then let's go to the Article 266A, or rape. Rape when and how committed. Rape is committed, number one, by a man who shall have carnal knowledge of a woman under any of the following circumstances. A. Through force, threat, or intimidation, when the offended party is deprived of reason or is otherwise unconscious. By means of fraudulent machination or grave abuse of authority, when the offended party is under 12 years old of age or is demented. Even though none of the circumstances mentioned above be present, two modes of rape by any person who, under any of the circumstances mentioned in paragraph 1 hereof, shall commit an act of sexual assault by inserting his penis into another person's mouth or anal orifice, or any instrument or object into the genital or anal orifice of another person. Elements of rape under paragraph 1. Katong paragraph 1 means kining by a man who shall have carnal knowledge of woman, mo ni siya. Or sabot aning elements of rape under paragraph 1 is rape by sexual intercourse na siya. That the offender is a man. Number 2, that the offender had carnal knowledge of a woman. Carnal knowledge means sexual intercourse. Number 3, that such act is accomplished under any of the following circumstances: by using force or intimidation, gamit nimo force, intimidate nimo, imo siyang gihadlok. B, when the woman is deprived of reason or otherwise unconscious, wali ka malay-malay, imuhang gi-rape. C, by means of fraudulent machination or grave abuse of authority, gamit nimo yung authority, i-abuse mo siya. D, when the woman is under 12 years old of age or demented. Elements of rape under paragraph 2, muna siya ang rape through sexual assault. Number 1, that the offender commits an act of sexual assault. Number 2, that the act of sexual assault is committed by any of the following means: by inserting his penis into another person's mouth or anal orifice. Wala naman taon sa penis, mouth, or anal orifice. Anal orifice means any part sa toang lawas nga naibangag. By inserting any instrument or object into the genital or anal orifice of another person. That the act of sexual assault is accomplished under any of the following circumstances: by using force or intimidation, using mong force, when the woman is deprived of reason or otherwise unconscious, lang ka malay-malay, by means of fraudulent machination or grave abuse of authority. D, when the woman is under 12 years of age or demented. That's all. Thank you.
So the Article 250, the penalty for prostrated parricide, murder or homicide, and the courts may impose a penalty. first is the degree is lower for frustrated parricide, murder, or homicide. And the second one is the degree is lower for attempted parricide, murder, or homicide. For frustrated parricide, homicide, or murder, the courts, in view of the facts of the case, may impose a penalty lower by 1 degree than that imposed under Article 50. So let's proceed to Article 251, death, cause, and tumultus affray. So the element first is there are several persons, and the second one is they do not compose groups organized for the common purpose of assaulting and attacking each other reciprocally. And the third is these several persons quarreled and assaulted one by another in confused and tumultuous manner. And the fourth is someone was killed in the course of the affray. It cannot be in the five is it cannot be ascertained who actually killed the deceased. The sixth is the person or persons who inflicted serious physical injuries or who used violence can be identified. So the tumultuous affray is commotion in a confused manner to an extent that it would not be possible to identify who the killer is if death results or who inflicted the serious physical injury, but the persons or persons who use violence are known. So it exists when at least 4 persons took part of reyes. So the groups must not be organized to mutually assault of or fight each other. So otherwise, the hostilities would not be considered as a tumultuous affray. So who are liable for who are liable? So the persons or persons who inflicted the serious physical injuries, and second one is if it is not known who inflicted the serious physical injuries on the deceased. So all persons who use violence upon the persons of the victims are liable.
Article 252. Physical injuries inflicted in a tumultuous affray. When in a tumultuous affray as referred to in the preceding article, only serious physical injuries are inflicted upon the participants thereof, and the person responsible therefore cannot be identified. All those who appear to have used violence upon the person of the offended party shall suffer the penalty next lower in degree than that provided for the physical injuries so inflicted. When the physical injuries inflicted are of a less serious nature, and the person responsible therefore cannot be identified, all those who appear to have used any violence upon the person of the offended party shall be punished by arresto mayor from 5 to 15 days. Elements. Number 1. That there is tumultuous affray as referred to in the preceding article. Number 2. That a participant or some participants therefore suffer serious physical injuries or physical injuries of a less serious nature only. Number 3. That the person responsible therefore cannot be identified. Number 4. That all those who appear to have used violence upon the person of the offended party are known. Article 253. Giving assistance to suicide. Any person who shall assist another to commit suicide shall suffer the penalty of prison mayor. If such person lends his assistance to another to the extent of doing the killing himself, he shall suffer the penalty of reclusion temporal. However, if the suicide is not consummated, the penalty of arresto mayor in its medium and maximum periods shall be imposed. Elements. By assisting another to commit suicide, whether the suicide is consummated or not. Number 2. By lending his assistance to another to commit suicide to the extent of doing the killing himself.
Article 254. Discharge of firearms. Elements. Offender discharge of firearms against or at another person. 2. Offender has no intention to kill that person. No crime if a firearm is not discharged, it is essential for prosecution to prove that the discharge of firearm was directed precisely against the affected party. The crime is the discharge of firearm, even if the gun was not pointed at the offended party when it fired, as long as it was initially aimed by the accused at or against the offense. Intent to kill or animus interpesendi cannot be automatically drawn from the mere fact that the use of firearms is dangerous to life. Animus interpesendi must be established with the same degree of certainty as is required of the other elements of the crime. The inference of intent to kill should not be drawn in the absence of circumstances sufficient to prove such intent beyond reasonable doubt. There is a special complex crime of illegal discharge of firearm with serious or less serious physical injuries. Article 255, Infanticide. Elements. Number 1. A child was killed by the accused. 2. The deceased child was less than 3 days old or less than 72 hours. Infanticide, the killing of any child less than 3 days of age, whether the killer is the parent or grandparent, any other relative of the child, or a stranger.
Article 256, Intentional Abortion. So let's define the elements of intentional abortion. Number 1, there is a pregnant woman. Number 2, violence is exerted or drugs or beverage administered or that the accused otherwise act upon such pregnant women. Number 3, as a result of the use of violence or drugs or beverage upon her or any other act of the accused, the fetus dies either in the womb of or after having the expelled therefrom. Number 4, the abortion is intended. So let's proceed to the abortion. Abortion is the willful killing of the fetus in the uterus or the violent expulsion of the fetus from the maternal womb which result in the death of the fetus. Ways to commit intentional abortion: using any violence upon the person of the pregnant women, acting but without using violence without the consent of women, by administering drugs or beverage upon such pregnant women without her consent, acting by administering drugs or beverage with the consent of the pregnant women. So let's define the abortion and infanticide. Abortion, fetus could not sustain independent life, no legal viability, while the infanticide, fetus could sustain an independent separation, fetus could not sustain independent life, no legal viability, life from after the mother's womb. Frustrated abortion. Frustrated abortion committed if the fetus that is expelled is viable and therefore not dead, or abortion did not result despite the employment of adequate and sufficient means to make the pregnant woman abort. Article 257, Unintentional abortion. So let's define the elements of an intentional abortion. So number 1, there is a pregnant woman. Number 2, violence is used upon such pregnant women without intending an abortion. Number 3, that the violence is intentionally exerted. Number 4, result of violence, fetus dies, either in the womb or expelled therefrom. Unintentional abortion requires physical violence inflicted deliberately and voluntarily by a third person upon the pregnant woman without intention to cause the abortion. If the act of violence is not felonious, that is act of self-defense, and there is no knowledge of the woman's pregnancy, there is no liability. For the crime of abortion, even unintentionally, to be held committed, the accused must have known of the pregnancy.
Article 258. Abortion practiced by the woman herself or by parents. Elements. Number 1. There is a pregnant woman who has suffered an abortion. Number 2. Abortion is intended. Number 3. Abortion is caused by A. The pregnant woman herself. B. Any other person with her consent. Or C. Any of her parents with her consent for the purpose of concealing her dishonor. Article 259. Abortion by a physician or midwife and dispensing of abortives. Element 1. There is a pregnant woman who has suffered an abortion. 2. The abortion is intended. 3. Offender, who must be a physician or midwife, caused or assisted in causing the abortion. Number 4. Said physician or midwife took advantage of his or her scientific knowledge or skill. Article 259. Abortion by a physician or midwife and dispensing of abortives. Elements for pharmacies. 1. That the offender is a pharmacist. 2. There is no proper prescription from a physician. 3. The offender dispenses any abortive. This article punishes a pharmacist who merely dispenses with an abortive without the proper prescription of a physician. It is not necessary that the pharmacist knows that the abortive would be used to cause an abortion. What is punished is the dispensing of the abortive without the proper prescription. It is necessary that the abortive be actually used either.
Article 260. The responsibility of participants in a duel. Moods or acts punished in a duel. First is killing one's adversary in a duel. Second, inflicting upon such adversary physical injuries. Third, making a combat although no physical injuries have been inflicted. The persons liable in this article. First is the persons who killed or inflicted physical injury upon his adversary or both a combatants in any other case has principles. And the second has a compliance. Duel, it means a formal or regular combat previously consented to by two practice in the present of two or more seconds of the lawful age on each side, who makes the selection of arms and fix all the another condition on the fight to settle some antecedents and quarrel. For another article, 261, challenging to a duel, they have moods. First is challenging another to a duel. The second, inciting another to give or accept the challenge to a duel. Third, scoffing at or decrying another publicly for having a refuse of accept a challenge to fight a duel. For this article, they have a persons responsible. First is challenger and instigators.
Article 262. Mutilation. First mode. Mutilation. Intentionally mutilating another by depriving him, either totally or partially, of some essential organ for reproduction. Elements. Number 1. There be a castration, that is, mutilation of organs necessary for generation, such as the penis or ovarium. Number 2. The mutilation is caused purposely and deliberately. Second mode. Mayhem, intentionally making other mutilation, that is by looping or clipping of any parts of the body of the offended party, other than the essential organ for reproduction, to deprive him of that part of his body. Mutilation, the looping or clipping of some parts of the body. Castration, intentionally mutilating another by depriving him, either totally or partially, of some essential organ for reproduction. Mayhem, basically other intentional mutilation. It is intentionally making the mutilation other than some essential organ for reproduction and to deprive him of that part of the body. Article 263, serious physical injuries, modes of commission. Number 1, by wounding. Number 2, by beating. Number 3, by assaulting. Number 4, by administering injurious substance. What are serious physical injuries? They are when the injured person is consequence of the physical injuries inflicted. Number 1, becomes insane, imbecilic, impotent, or blind. Number 2A, loses the use of speech or other power to hear or to smell, or loses an eye, a hand, a foot, an arm, or a leg. B, loses the use of any such member. C, becomes incapacitated for work in which he was therefore habitually engaged in consequence of the physical injuries inflicted. 3. A, becomes a deformed. B, loses any other member of his body. C, loses the use thereof. D, becomes ill or incapacitated for the performance of the work in which he has habitually engaged for more than 90 days. 4. Becomes ill or incapacitated for labor for more than 30 days but must not be more than 90 days.
Article 264, administering injurious substances or beverages. Elements. 1. Offender inflicted upon another any serious physical injury. 2. It was done by knowingly administering to him any injurious substance or beverages or by taking advantage of his weakness of mind or credulity. 3. No intent to kill. Article 265, less serious physical injury. Elements. 1. Offended party is incapacitated for labor for 10 days or more but not more than 30 days or needs medical attendance for the same period of time. 2. The physical injuries must not be those described in the preceding articles. Qualified as to penalty. 1. A fine not exceeding 500,000 in addition to arrest to mayor when A. There is a manifest intent to insult or offend the injured person. B. There are circumstances adding ignominy to the offense. 2. A higher penalty is imposed when the victim is either A. The offender's parent, ascendants, guardians, curators, or teachers, or B. Persons of rank or person in authority, provided the crime is not direct assault.